Greetings, everyone. Hello, I am just getting in under the wire here. I thought it was going to be cold, but it is not cold, so I'm taking off my sweater. And here I am. This is the cathedral. This is a level 3 cathedral in Minecolonies modded Minecraft. This is the town of Jalapari. My name is Monster to Mermaid, and this is Minecraft. And Minecraft with a lot of mods, including the new trade post mod for Minecolonies, a mod that mods Minecolonies, that mods mod, but there are lots of mods that mod mods. So we are standing here on a very interesting day. The council has begged the Taana Nation, my nation, nation of mermaids, to reconsider the strict policy of not having children until there is level 5 housing and a level 5 school, primarily because of the food system, because there is now a new way that food is connected to housing. And because of that, we cannot wait for level 5, really, because we would need level 5 dining, which means level 5 farms and all of that. So we would be end game before we could have any kids. And the people are going, but we love each other. There's some of us who want to bring children into the world. We have housing now. We have 3 housing. We could have 4 kids. We could have 4 kids, and then we could have 4 more kids. And Mr. Villager, hi. Oi, Mr. Villager. To the bam, how are you? And so we have decided that the nation has decided to, as an experiment, since this town is full of experiments, that we will allow this. So if we are going to do this, we're going to have kids, Mr. Villager. If we do this, and we are, we will need the 4 people who are not in housing to move into housing for a while. And that is the gatehouse people, the people who run the gatehouse, and the people who are peacekeepers. And that's what we're going to do. Let's see who this is. Hello, you. Hi, Colt. What you doing? What you doing here? Yeah, what you want? What you
Good
want?
to see you.
What you want? Let's look for a second. Yeah? You're trying to see what the decision is. Oh, okay. So yes, the decision is children. And so tonight we will do that, especially since we can't do the outpost. So there's just one place that I need to check before we do that. And so I think I'm not going to do it this night. This is the first night, because I need to check this. This is the playground right here. And the playground has this piece right here. Doesn't this look like something that kids would love to explore? Go, ooh, look, there's water. Let's go swimming. So I think that I am going to either... Yay! Excellent, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I think I'm going to do a couple things here. I would like to connect this to the school. Where did he come from? Ooh, did you come from? Oh, he's working on that house, and he came up and over. Okay, I forgot about this house here. This is what he's working on. I think he is working on this. I think he is. So that was Josiah, and sure enough, look, there's ground removed from this area. I don't want to close up the water. I don't think I do. Oh, that's a shame. Those things take such a long time to recover from, don't they? That's just unfortunate. It really is. Is there a git? Is there a way to... I guess there really isn't, is there? All right, so I'm trying to think, do I need to fix this now? And a part of me is going, let's just have the yard. Let's just have the yard here. Let's just have this yard for them to play in. How do I do that? Let's check the leisure on this. And should I make some... Is looking nice? Yeah, it really is. Let me see. Should I... Let me just look for a second. I'm kind of not fully awake, I think. I was making trees yesterday, and so I have tree stuff on me. But let's click on this. And there it is. And it's leisure, and look at the seats. So we do have leisure seats here for when they're done. But I think I would like to... I don't think I can attach school... Let's look at the school seats now. So let's X this. And let's go into the school and look and see where the school seating is. Let's go in and let's go up to the school. And there's the seats. So we have seats for 6. And we also have seats, good, for 4 here. Let's look in the yard for just a second. There's nothing in the yard. So the playground is just a playground for now. I think I'm going to be okay with starting. This is going to be really interesting, Mr. Villager. I feel a little nervous about starting so soon. There's a part of me that feels like I should put a fence around this, but I don't like fencing children in. I don't like it. I really don't. Because this part is here like this just looks like something that they would want to explore. So I am going to put a fence here. On this part right here, which of course they can pass right over, right on this section right here. So we'll bring the fence and just put a fence right there, like that, for that little area. And I think we're good. And then what I wanted to do was have an opening here. And let's do a path piece right here. I know you can't see. So let me put a light here. And let's do a path right here. Which means getting, I know, I really am kind of slow right now. There we go. And here we are. So they can come down here. Now this wall that's right next to me, I'm going to have to do something about it. This wall. And that we'll have to put a fence on the top of it. And there we go. Got that. Right here, this needs fence, and it's going to have spruce. No, that's oak. Oh, I thought for sure that was going to be spruce. I'm not going to be able to have this indentation here. This will have to come up. And right along this part right here, where if somebody falls from here, they're going to get injured, and kids getting injured falling from here will not be good. So we'll take this part down to there. All right. And right here, let's actually put in, is this stair? It is stair. Let's put the stair. And apparently Mr. Villager was not here when I made the explanation that I was talking about earlier. So I will repeat that the nation of Taana has given the city of Jalapari, or the town, it's not quite a city yet. 50 people is not a city. 100 people is a city. In Minecraft, Jalapari is still a town, a growing town, and they are about to have children. We're going to have the first kids today, and that is going to be one of the things that we're going to do. We still have a house going up in next to the sawmill that we have over here, and we will get to it in a little bit. How do I feel about this? You know how I feel about these. These are not banners. These are colony flags, and I don't think I have a banner yet. I think there is one banner in the city somewhere, but I don't remember where I saw it now, because that's what I need to put there on that, but I don't know where it was. It's nighttime. It is almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Everyone is asleep. Everyone is not asleep. Why isn't everyone asleep? Hold on. Let's come here. This house is fixed, and he's sleeping downstairs. Okay. And right here, I can see that's Nikolai, by the way, in that farmhouse. Whoa! Oh, she's going to be mad at me. I just landed in the cornfield really badly. Like a witch. I landed in the cornfield like a witch. Let me take this corn over here and give it to her. What do I want to do here? We have potatoes. The carrot field is growing potatoes right now. And we'll... Okay. Excellent. Dun, 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 dun. Vincentius, I just got a message from Kathy. Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay. I have to answer this for just a minute. Sorry, people. Totally understand. And all right, so my schedule just got a little bit lighter. I was actually having something that was going to make the schedule pretty heavy today, and it just got lighter. In the United States, tomorrow is Mother's Day in the United States, and I'm going to go to bed. Oops, I might not be able to. Let's see if I can. I might not be able to. Let's see. Stop it. Let me down. Nope. That last couple of seconds on the ladder did it where I couldn't get down. Okay. So here we go. So everything is okay. So the first thing that we want to do for today is we know that the food's okay. The marketplace isn't selling anything right now. I would have to decide on something for them to sell, And based on how much leather we have, I might decide to sell leather. Leather chest plates are really a nice price. Yeah. Let's look at leather. So we don't, but we have lots of boots. So let's sort. So today what I'm going to do is get the boots, although I didn't find them yet. There they are. Okay. Let's go down and get boots. Now these are boots that are coming from the Fisher, and we have a couple here, and we don't have all of them. Okay, so we're going to have to go up and find the others. And so I'm going to do just a little thing right now, and then I'm going to... Yours is going to be a bit tense too. Yeah, it seems like it was trying to work out to be that kind of day for me, and that is actually eased a little bit. So this is good. And let's come here and let's sort the warehouse, and let's find the rest of the shoes. Inventory. Hi. Someone's saying hi to me. Boots. And let's find these. Do I see an indicator on the floor? There it is. Okay, so we have another indicator. Hi. Right here. And here's the rest of them. So let's take all of these out. And let's take this, the leggings. We have leather, but it's not really enough, and I don't want to use... we still have people who are supposed to be wearing protective gear, and so I don't want to take all of the leather away. I can take all the boots, but I don't want to take all the leather. So 2 shoes are ready to go. We have 2 shoes that just need one more piece added to them. Let's see if that's enough. Sure enough, that's enough for that one. And this one right here. Let's see if I can use this tiny piece here. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. So let's do this one and this. And so now we have that pair. And then we just have to do these. Oh, I could have used that one on that other one. And here, let's put these 2 together, almost. And that gives us this. So we're going to have 1 pair of shoes, I think. Oh, no, this will do this pair of shoes, I think. I think it will. Will it? Yes! Ta-da! Yay! So we have those. We don't have enough iron right now. I don't want to use the iron to make... yeah, that's not a lot of iron that I have. And so I don't want to use the iron to sell things. I think I'm just going to sell the shoes for now. So they're both going to be, one of them's going to be a shoe store, and the other one's going to sell the leggings. And that'll be it until after the kids. And we'll focus. The food seems to be okay, and we'll see about that. He's going to sell the leggings, and we'll put them in here for him to sell. And then, and that's Eli, by the way, who I said he. And Jack is going to sell the, Jack is going to sell the boots. And so we'll take all the boots and put them here. And we can look already. He already priced the boots. So we can look at sellables and see that boots are 1,000. So that's a good price. And so we're doing that. Mia must be making a delivery because she's not there. And then I have a bunch of, McKenna's not doing anything right now. Wade is not doing anything. McKenna or Wade could work on the concrete mixer because I think they're only a level 3. Let's come here and see. I've got someone sitting there. Is that McKenna? What are you saying?
Good to see you.
You need a piece of green carpet. I will work on that. All right. She's not hungry. Here's our road. Here's the road that we were working on. Ta-da! Yay! We have a road piece here. I'm going to go down to Marissa and see if she knows how to make green carpet, and go to Santino. I think Santino. Hi. I think Santino knows how to make green wool, how to dye wool green, but we'll look and see about green carpet. I don't think that she has that recipe yet. So we'll come here and look. Let's go to here. And there's the colors we have so far. And we do not have the green. So let me see how much room she has to teach. She has plenty of room. So we're going to teach her the full set. C-A-R-P-E-T. Hold on for a second. Before I do anything, I have to get a piece of wool for teaching. And so I'm going to put that there. And now we can come here. And Maisie is done. Yay! Okay, so teach carpet. Carpet. C-A-R-P-T. And we want to teach green. So we're going to teach the green, so that includes cyan. So there's lime. This is green right here. And let's come here and teach that. And cyan. Teach the cyan one. And this one here. And teach the lime green. Alright, so she knows how to make those colors now. Let's go over here and let's see if he knows how to make these colors. One of them is cactus, and he does know how to make cactus green. And then, do we have cyan yet? I see whites and grays and blues. Orange. I don't see any dye colors for green yet, other than that. So I don't see cyan. Let's come down, just make sure. There's green, there's cyan, there's lime, and where's the green is I have. So he does know how, so we're good to go. So we can put this teaching tool back here. And we were going to do some research to get butcher skills raised, and we actually kind of need that. But I need a diamond axe in order to do that, and I'd have to request it. So I think I might make one myself, just so that I can have it pretty quickly, because the sun is going to go down, people are going to go home, and we want to start the kids. Let's get diamonds. 77. And let's look here on the indicator. Is not on the floor. That means it might be upstairs. Hold on. Let's look here. And it is. And they are. And so we just need this amount right here. And I do need sticks. And there should be sticks in here. I'm not going to make any. Let's come down and let's find sticks. And people are going to start going home and going to bed, and it's at 5 o'clock, it's almost 6. So let's look for, and there aren't any. Ooh, interesting. Am I stopping them from making sticks? I might be stopping her. Let's come over and see. every once in a while I do because they want to make mountains of sticks. But it's possible that she did not learn how to make sticks after she started again. And look at that. Look at that. Teach recipe. Let's teach sticks. And so once again, we need a piece of wood for teaching. So we're going to make them out of oak. And let's teach sticks. And here we are right here. And there's the recipe. And we just want to make it with oak wood and teach that recipe. Okay, now does she have any wood? She does not. That's stripped and that's spruce plank, and that's not oak. So this is my teaching tool that I have right here. So I don't want to use it. We'll go and get some and we'll just make some sticks. Remember, if you need food, you have it. What do you have? I might need food since there are kids coming. What food do you have? And let us come here. Let's do sort for a minute and let's find oak. Let's see how much oak we actually have. We have an amount. Dark. We have a decent amount. Spruce. We're good for spruce. And there it is. There's the first drink. Vincentius made me a drink. Thank you, Vincentius. And yeah, so oak is what we want. And so we'll find some. It's down here. Wait, why am I getting a log? Oh, I could. Yeah, why don't I just get a log and just do, I'm just making a single axe. So I think I'm just going to get a log and make one myself, make some sticks myself from a single log. And here we go. And let's come here. Nope, let's come here. Let's come here and let's do the classic Minecraft. Let's make oak planks from a log, and then let's take 2, and that's going to give us 4 sticks, and we only need 2 sticks. And this, can I make? Do I have enough that I can make? I don't know that I do. Let me see what I have left. Yeah, I can. I can make 2. I want to see how much these bring in the market. No, we're not going to sell diamonds in the market. We're just going to look at the axe price. We could sell one. We could indeed. Wait, I don't need these. I don't want to sell it. Let's come back here. Let's come here. I'm afraid that if I sell it, they're going to start requesting diamonds, and they've already used all the gold making clothing. So if we look, we don't have any gold left. We did have a good amount of gold. Kinds of foods. I'm not really needing any right now. Not really needing any gold. Any food. If there was something. Yeah, I'm not needing any food at the moment. We talked yesterday about adding another farm, and we know where it's going to be, but that's going to be a farm for a kid who wants to be a farmer. And right now, we have our first silver food. We're making pasta, fish and chips, and baked salmon right now. And we're serving the salmon with tortillas, or chicken. We have chicken broth, we have perpetual stew, and we still have potato soup on the list. I think I'm going to take that off. If there's none, oh, but there's a ton. No wonder we don't have any potatoes. Hold on here, let me put it back on the menu. Potato soup, which is down here. We're just going to put that on the menu. back on the menu here. And there we go. All right, so that's all. I don't see any dairy, and that's a really curious thing. I don't see any dairy, and I think the dairy person might not be working, and I want to find out for just a second. It's only after midnight. We can still get the kids in time. That is Josie. Oh, except I didn't have them. I didn't have the I'll have to wait till tomorrow night. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow night. I forgot to release the gatehouse. Hi. Let's come in here and let's see this for a second. Hi. Let's see if the dairy's working. So here's what we have. There's a dairy worker, and we have these, and I don't see anything here. And I'm going to look in the warehouse and see. She has recipes, but I don't see anything. That's Rude Wolf going off in the distance there. Just when I think I have everybody settled, and I actually don't. So we're going to come to the warehouse and look. $3 per 9 bread, 3 emeralds. 8 emeralds for 32. Better 2 per 16. 2 for 8. 2 emeralds for 8 bread. Let me see what we're selling bread for. Let me see what the market price is for bread. Let's see if I have any. They're not really eating bread. They're eating flat bread. I don't really want to use the wheat for bread because they're not eating it. They're beyond eating bread. I would buy raw vegetables, but not that. What did I come here to look at? Dairy, milk. So we have 875 large bottles of milk and no cheese and no butter. Let's see if I have cheese. No yogurt. I really shouldn't have kids without that working. That is a problem. Yeah. You have plenty of raw vegetables? Okay. All right. The sun's setting. That's not the sun. That's the moon. That is a full moon, a beautiful full moon, which would have been a lovely night for the kids to be born on, or to arrive on. Kids aren't born here. Kids arrive. And, but we still have Josie, who is assigned. I believe she's assigned here, and we're going to get her to move. We have Jessica, which means that Riley won't be working. So Riley's going to have the day off, or the time off. He's going to have the day off, because I'm going to not have Riley go down into the mine. And Jessica is up. Wait, Jessica, don't go anywhere. Recall, manage worker, the archer, and pause. She's still going down, so let me get her again. Recall her. Okay. And manage worker, Jessica the archer, and we'll let her go. Okay, Jessica, you need a house. I wonder if anyone's living I think over here, I should have them not live with people, but Wade is here, and there are two people here I know, and Tobias lives wait, he lives in this house. Tobias lives here, and Eli lives in the other house. Okay, we're gonna leave them for now. Let's have Jessica go into the children's housing and live there for right now. Riley is upstairs with the guys in his place. It's not gonna matter. So we're gonna have Jessica be here. And let's get the archers who are at the archery, the sports center. Sports center is not a house, so they can't have kids from the barracks. So we are going to come and have all of them be off, so that managed workers, so we're going to have Harrison, Hattie, and Malachi are all going to have time off, and then we'll find Josie. Let's come this way. This is one of the ways that we wanted to be able to have people walk through, and look at this. This works very well. Let's come here, and we can have Hattie and Harrison be here. We can have them be here. Let's have Malachi be with Jessica for now. Maybe. Let's see, if she turns out to be here, then that'll work. If she doesn't, yeah, I did. I remembered. So we'll have them be here. Dennis is living in the dorms. The dorms count as housing. They count as residences. And then finally, Josie. So we're going to find Josie, and I believe that Josie is in the... Do I want to do the research for a sec? Why don't we? And let's come in here, let's hide for a second, and let's turn into a Little Mermaid. Which means I have hearts. Let's do that. And I am ready to go up and do some research for a second. Let's see if we can get this research going really quickly. It is in technology. Down here somewhere, there's something called a butcher. Skilled butcher is what it is right here. We need a diamond axe, an anvil, and an enchanted book. So from Arnarluk, gosh, am I going to remember her name? I think it's Lillian. And Arnarluk is the enchanter, and she has sent over 2 magic books for me. So of course they're sea books. I asked for sea books. And so here we go. So let's come here to technology and find that again. And it's right down here. Skilled butcher. So the skilled butcher means that the harvesters of the meat, the pigs, the cows, and the sheep, get a better harvest. And when you think about Minecraft and how little meat you get from a monstrous cow, I think this is a really good one that they added. And so we're going to learn. They're going to do that research. In civilian, there's one thing that we can do right away that will help the kids, and that is unlock the more books so that they learn more. And we can do both of those. And let's go back to here and look at the children for a second. So we're taking the book path, so that'll be done in an hour, and then they'll go on to the next set, which is 6 books. So we're doing this even before the school learning is up to level 3. Bless you. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so let's find Josie, not Rose, Josie. And that'll give me a chance to turn back into a full mermaid for the evening. I believe that Josie is assigned up here. So she's not there. It would make sense that she would be assigned in the very first tower. And she is. And so we're going to, first of all, recall her. Let's recall her. I just want to make sure she's not somewhere. And then druids, and then let's have her not be a druid. And there she goes. And she's going to get something to eat. And we're going to put her in the housing. So we're going to go over to the housing. Let's make this city green or better vegetarian, which and how many wood you want. Make sure giving you 80% discount on traditional crops. That's right, we were supposed to check, but we'll see in just a minute. I need Josie to be somewhere, and we're gonna put her here. Although, yeah. Let's put her there. The teacher is in that house, and we have all of the druids who were working. They are all now in housing. We don't have a concrete mixer yet. We don't have the people that we want to work in this sawmill down here. So this is why we are not working on that new university building until we get that done. And we've put a house down here. So we have a house. It's stopping me from going through here. Oh, ladder pieces. Interesting. Ooh, it's raining in the daytime. Let's come here. Let's cross over to here. And these are stairs down. And Josiah is working on this. And I am still a little mermaid. Let's come back here and change into a full mermaid. Remember that thing where I don't change in public because apparently it's disturbing to see a fish suddenly have legs. So yes, so we have a lantern. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put down the build tool. Why, I don't know. Put down the clipboard for a second. And let's come here. It's definitely raining. And Josiah's come in. It's like, it's raining out there. I don't want to be out there. Okay, fine. Oh, neat. Look at that. That's interesting. I like that. I like whatever that is. So we can't go out this way. So we can come in this way, but we have to go this way to get to the office. Although we could have come from there, right? How did I not see that? How did I not see that? This is the problem here. Ah, they have to walk around that way. Okay. All right. 64 carats for 6 emeralds. $64 carats for 6 emeralds. So, Mr. Villager, think about this. Think about the prices that you're offering. Because carrots is something you can find in the wild. carrots is something that we're growing. We're growing carrots. 6 emeralds is a lot. I would say 1 emerald for it. Tell me why I should pay 6 emeralds for carrots. Tell me what that just seems like a lot. Emeralds are. Let me do something for a minute. I'm gonna do this. We'll have kids tomorrow. I'm going over to Mr. Villager's village. I want to look at something. It's actually going to help me make decisions on the food. I'm going over for a second because I'll show you something over here, and then we can see, because you already have prices for things, and so I want to see what the prices are over here. So there's our trade post. And this is what we're supposed to be using to trade with Mr. Villager. Mr. Villager's town. This is the town that he's ambassador to the villagers. So these are his towns. Let me look here. So 24 cattails for 1 emerald. 26 tomatoes for 1 emerald. These are your farmers. So you said 64 for 8. Ours are treated, artificially selected, and we have plenty of those on stock, which decreases the incredibility of the prices. Let's go to sleep for a second so that it's not raining tomorrow. And I want the people to be up because I want to look at the prices here. So tomatoes in the wild and those are tomatoes in the wild, the ones that we just saw. It's morning. It's beautiful. Look at this lovely day. Let's see the farmers for a second. Is this the farmer I looked at before? Yes. So 26 tomatoes. These are Farmer's Delight tomatoes that he's selling. And then he's selling cattail sprouts, which can be used for making wheat and stuff like that. Artificially selected? Treated? Artificially selected. What does artificial mean to you? How can... what does that word mean, artificially selected? I think that's not the word you're looking for. Oh, we have a kitty. Yay! We have a kitty over here. It's interesting, but in trade posts, a cat is not one of the ones that you can get. There must be some justification for that. Let's find the armorer. Where are these people? Where are the people? Ah, there's one. Okay, and for onions, 26 for an emerald. So we have 26 for an emerald, so 26, 3, that would be 3 emeralds for 64. 26 and 26 is 52, and 26 is over 64. That would be 3 emeralds for produce. And I'm fine with that. That's the price that they're already doing for their food. There's that farmer, and there's the golem right there, and here's this farmer that we just looked at, the onion farmer. And we're supposed to have another, but I don't know that we do yet. And let's see who this is here. We've got a bunch of people here. So 24 pieces of paper for an emerald, for 1 emerald. So that's how we're going to, you selected the carrots yourself. You planted the mutated, biggest, and weather resistant, and when we kept them while the weaker species succumbed. That's not artificial selection. That's actually farming. That's what farmers did for years. That's not artificial. That's farming. That farmers do that. And I understand, and I still say that 8 emeralds is too much. Based on the fact that you have these perfect carrots, I would do 4 emeralds for perfect carrots. So when I go back, we'll see what it is. We are in opposition to using chemicals. I'm glad to hear that you are doing organic farming, and that is what we love to hear. So are we. Based on what those farmers are selling for, they're selling theirs for 3. We're going to give you 1 extra emerald for 64. Because you have high quality vegetables. And so we'll give you 1 extra emerald. So we'll give you 4 emeralds for 64 carrots. And let me see how many carrots we have, because I think carrots is the one thing that we don't need. But let's see what we have. So, Mr. Villager, I just looked at your village and what they sell things for. And let's come here and see carrots. And we could buy some carrots. We could actually buy some carrots. So let's get some emeralds. And we have some emeralds. And let's come here. We'll look for them. No, I think they're upstairs. And we do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will give you 4 emeralds. The villagers would sell 64 carrots for 3 emeralds. They're selling 26 vegetables for 1 emerald. And that's why we're saying that. So we did research. I know. All right. So I'm going to hold on to this. We're going to take it down. Actually, we can put it in the backpack until he makes a decision. So we're giving you an extra emerald because you're right. You have high quality vegetables. And I think that's wonderful. And thank you very much. What do you need? Who's that? Wait, who's that? Who's Tatiana? Why are you sick? Or why are you so hungry? I don't want people to be too hungry. Tatiana, what's wrong with you?
Great to see you.
Oh, you need paper. Okay. Why are you upset about that? You're not usually upset about paper. That's interesting. Do you have paper? You have paper. They have paper in that town. I just saw an amount of paper I could buy. Let me see if the shop has it in rare finds. Let's see what's in rare finds. You think that's fair? Okay. All right, cool. And let's come here and let's see what what Jack and Eli have found. And what they have found in rare finds is bread. They found bread for 968 coins. That's outrageous. We would take your price before we did that. And roses. And yeah, I know. Did you sell all those shoes already? You sold those shoes already? Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, those shoes just flew off the shelf. Oh my goodness sakes. And what about yours? Oh, and you sold the leggings too? Wow, that's intense. That is definitely intense. So right now, nothing more. So let me get a chest and put let's see why I don't have paper or why she's not getting any. Let's come down here and let's look and see where our paper is. Because we have Sutton and he should be making paper. So let's come here and look and see how much paper we have. And we have 42. So she could get paper. She just hadn't gotten any yesterday. So that's what's happening there. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We are ready. Marines, we are ready. What currency has a higher value? I don't get it about your coins. Let's see. Let's see what currency has a higher value. While we're waiting for the nighttime, I beg your pardon. Oh, I need to drink. Hold on. That's a good question. Let's see for a minute. So let's come here and let's come to here. So this coin, I don't know, but this coin has a piece of gold attached to it, and this coin has a diamond attached to it. So these are lower than the emerald, because the emerald would be between the gold and the diamond, wouldn't they? Or are they higher than a diamond? That's a good question. Which is higher, an emerald or a diamond? Which is more precious, an emerald or a diamond? That is a good, Vincentius, I'm going to bring you in on this conversation for a second. In Minecraft, which do you think is more precious, an emerald or a diamond? A diamond? So it's harder to find a diamond than it is to find an emerald. Absolutely. Okay, so the diamond coin is higher and gold is below an emerald. It's easier to find gold, right? Than an emerald?
Probably
Equal?
Yeah, probably about equal. It depends on where you are, because if you know where mountains are, emeralds are easy.
Emeralds are much rarer. If you know where mountains are, emeralds are easy, Vincentius is saying. But I think that emeralds are, diamonds are rarer. And so we will say that diamond is the highest, and emeralds are next, and then gold. Gold, redstone, but we're not using redstone for money. And so, yeah. Easy to carry, hard to copy. Your currency? Yes. Yeah, no, your currency is definitely higher than ours, than the trade post currency, because the trade post currency is diamond and gold are the two top tiers. So that means that the emerald would be between the gold coin and the diamond coin that we have. And so that's how we're going to look at it. It is nighttime and we're going to have children. Here we go. I'm going to get out a list so that I can see. We're only going to have 4. We only have room for 4 kids. And where the schools are. And let's come here and let me get a list up so that I can put their names. And so these are going to be the first kids. And let's come to right here, the settings, and let's do auto housing is off, auto hiring is off, and new citizens is on. So let's go to, I think it's here. Here we are. And dun 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 dun. Barentine, Cade Barentine is our first kid born here to arrive. We don't know if he has family yet. I don't remember that name as one of our people. So I think this person is an orphan and will be assigned to a family. And there's a kid, Raylan Babin. Babum. And let's get her. AELYN-BABHAM. So there's our second kid. We need a third and a fourth. When we get the fourth one, we'll stop. And there's a new one, Alec, Lecn Ardall, Dall. I think all of these are going to be orphans. So that means a ship went down or a city. The second I get the last kid, we're going to go right to here and get the setting to go away. And there's Kingston. So let's turn off citizens and then we can go back here. And the last kid is Kingston. That's a cool name. Ston M Babington, Babington. And there is the 4 kids that we got, and we've turned kids off. Make sure it's turned off. And now let's quickly go in the nighttime. What are you doing in here? He has the animals in the town hall. Okay, so let's run over here to the school and let's get them assigned to the school. Who would use dust as currency, honestly? You mean gold dust? Are you talking about gold dust? Who would use dust as a currency? How about earth? How about the earth? Let's come here. I think you thought about that, and I think that's why you said never mind. Let's come here. Let's come to pupils, and let's get Alec and Cade and Kingston and Raylan. So they are all going to go to school. Now they're probably in the tavern this evening, and we're going to look and see who we have to raise people. We're going to look at our couples. If they don't have family, and that's what I'm going to look at right now. If they don't have family, we'll have to do that. So let's see here. Let's do find, and let's see if we can find these last names. So the first last name is Barentine, Barrentine, and just Cade. And the next name, I already know that I don't have these names, Babham, and there's only one of those, Ardall, Ardall, and there's only one of those, and Babington, Babington, and there's only one. So all of these kids are orphans. So the city has decided to do orphans first, and so we're going to get our couples that we have. Our first couple is McKenna and Jack. So McKenna and Jack are going to move over into the housing over here. we're going to give them this house right here. And we're going to have Josie go back to work. So we're unassigning her. And let's have them have the first kid, Barrington. And let's get McKenna and Jack to be here. It might be easier. Oh, except I just saw her name. Manage housing. That came up really easy. McKenna and Jack are all going to live here while Cade is growing up. Let's come to the next house here. Let's do this house over here. And we'll get the guards back to work afterwards. Let's look here and see. Harrison and Hattie are already here. And I think we're going to have them raise Raylan. We're going to put Raylan in here with Harrison and Hattie since they're already here. And so all three of them are up here. And this is where the little one is going to be as well. And then let's come down to this house, these last two houses right here for the other two kids. And let's look at our couples. Jessica and Malachi are already here. That's interesting. So we're going to let them raise kids as well. So let's manage housing right here. And we're going to give them Alec. So Alec is going to be raised by them since they're already here. And then finally in this house here, let's look and see. And there's no one here. Let's look at our other couples. We could have, I know who we can have. We can have Harper. And let's put the kid here, but we're going to have Harper and Gregory. So let's look for Harper, our tree farmer. There's Harper and Gregory. Let's look for Gregory, who is the head of the, there he is, and he's here, and they're going to have Kingston. We'll come back up here, and Kingston is here, and there we go. All right, so now we have to go to the jobs of these people and get them to be off duty for right now. Off duty. And let's see. Let's get Harper and Gregory not working. So let's come here and let's come to here. And Harper's not going to be working. And let's get Gregory not to be working. Parents don't work when their kids are being raised. Gregory is here. And kids are, it's that thing where kids are, oh, did you see what I just did? I just made that door go away. It was strange. Okay. Kids are precious, and they're not kids for that long. And so that's why we don't have people working. Let's get McKenna and Jack. I think that was McKenna and Jack. Let's get McKenna not to be working. So we're going to run down here and get McKenna to have time off because she's a parent now. And we can tell that it's McKenna when we come here because it shows her living too far away. So we're going to have McKenna not work. And McKenna was living with Jack. And so Jack is not going to be working. Eli is going to be the only shop open for a little bit. Manage, and let's have Jack not be working, and so they can go to their homes. So now let me look. McKenna and Jack are a couple. And let me just come here for a second and see my other ones that I had. Juliana and Marcos were living together, and Gilbert and Jasmine, but we have everybody now. And let's look and see. So because we got the kids, we got some accomplishments. We reached the goal of village, of settlement, of hometown, and of hamlet. So we are now a hamlet because of our children. You learned a tiny bit more about coding. Ooh. Let's see the kids. And you would find some sort of config. Yes. So they grow slower. Yeah. I had wanted that. I was hoping that we could. Look, there they are. Hi, Dennis. Where'd Dennis go? Dennis, why are you outside? Are you teaching them magic? He just went through. He was teaching them magic. Okay, and this is Alec right here. And right here, this is Raylan and Cade right there. Where's the other kid? We have a child missing. How do we have a child missing? Hold on. Did we have a child grow up? If a child grew up that fast, that's outrageous. Hold on, let's come here. Let's go to manage workers. And no, it's 4. Where's Kingston? Where's Kingston? Ah, Kingston, did you do something bad? Did you do something bad? Are you sitting up here by yourself? What did you do? What did you do? Okay. Let's see where Kingston's going. He's probably going home. Or he has an assignment. Let's see if he has an assignment. He definitely has an assignment. Look at what's happening here. So Dennis assigned Kingston to do something. And he's going over, and we're going to see where he's going. What he's been assigned to study. Ah, okay, interesting. Oh, look, specifically going to pigs. I think this is the pig farm. No, yes, it is. And getting some information. And he's being very good, closing the gates after himself. And now he's going back. So let's see what happens here. How many things does he have to do? And he's walking along the water. The gutter. He's walking the gutter like a kid. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what's happening here. He has some special assignment. And now he's going over and he's going to visit someone else. Oh, look at that. So he's going to the sifter, who's Boone, and he's talking to Boone. And now we're going to follow him. This is fun. This is apparently his assignment. And now he's going to do what? We'll see. I think he's going back to school because this would be the way back. Wait, where is he going? Oh yeah, he's just cutting through the grass. Oh, interesting. Now he's going to the sports center. Nice. All right. Ah, look at this. This interests him the most. Oh, this is curious. And then he's playing. Uh-oh. Now where's he going? I know. This is why you have to be careful with them. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? He got on for a minute and I think I might have stopped him. You're not going out. Where are you going, Kingston? Oh, he's just playing now. His parents paid for the gym? Is that it? He's going to learn archery right away. This will be interesting. Is Kingston's parents the ones who are the archers? We'll find out tonight. I'm staying with him for a minute. I don't want him taking the train to the gatehouse. So, we're just looking. Here comes a train now. No, but it's not. Ah, there he goes. Okay. He can go in this direction. I'm fine with him going in this direction. And he just got out. Run. No, there's no problem. I'm just following this kid. Is that Sleepy? It sure is. Okay, so he's going home. He's going to bed. Let me see how he goes home. So we know where he lives, and he's a very smart kid. He's taking this road home. He's definitely not lost. Having fun with the gutter. Oosh. Well, archery, he might be interested in it. And that might be what happened. And perfect timing. Look at him arriving with the parents and going upstairs. And there they go. He arrived just when the parents did, and look who his parents are, Gregory and Harper. So let's get Kingston's parents are Gregory and Harper. Okay, and so I have an assignment there. And we'll see upstairs. There they are. Aw, he's little and he's scared. He's sleeping with Dad. Aw, that's sweet. He crawled into bed with Dad. Isn't that adorable? That's so sweet. Let's come here and let's see this kid. And this is Alec with Malachi and Jessica. And let's come here and let's get parents' first names on here. L-A-K-H-I and Jessica. A. Okay. And there. All right, so let's come back here. And there is this cool mechanic where they do also randomly start following you like you were playing tag too. That's cute. I know, I like that. They don't do it as often as they used to do that a lot, but they don't do it as much as they used to. Wait, I didn't check the beds here, so let's come up here and see. And, oh, look at this. We have a grown child. Alec has grown up already. Wow, that was fast. And see, that's what happens. So Malachi and Jessica are going to go back to work. But because the kid grew up so fast, I think we'll have the kid go to university from here. And that was Alec, wasn't it? Who's grown? Who's the first one to be grown? Yes, indeed. So Alec is the first one to attend university. And I'm going to go over here. And that's what I was looking for. And we're going to assign him to his first year at the university. Now he's not going to get up to, they're not going to get up to a 30 because a 30 is a level 5. So we'll just see how this works out with the kids. So there is Alec, and Alec is going to start school here. Now if there's not enough room, Tatiana can go to the other library and work from there. He's a fast flourisher. Yes, indeed. All right, let's come to here, and this is Cade, and Cade's parents are Shift tab over. Cade's parents are Jack and McKenna. LCKENA, McKenna, and let's see if Jack is still a kid. He should still be a kid, and he is. Aw, see, they're sleeping there, and Mom is sleeping downstairs. And so we'll come here, and let's go over to the last house. And this is Hattie and Harrison with Raylan. Let's go upstairs. And there we go. Aww. So Raylan is Hattie and Harrison's kid. And there's our first sets of people right there. Our first sets of kids. So Raylan's parents are gatehouse druids. So they're probably going to stay with her for a little while she's at university. And yeah, there's always one that grows up super fast, which means that they were the oldest of the kids. And it's interesting that that was Alec. It's interesting that Alec is the one, Malachi and Jessica's kid. There's a student. And we're going to put him that he's a student already. And I think we can say goodnight. All citizens are asleep. So let's come up here and let's say goodnight. We can get Riley. Did Jessica get a kid? Yeah, she did. So Riley is going to be off. Riley's not going to have a druid. Josie could probably take their place. Speaking of Josie, who does not have a home, let's have Josie go down with Riley into the mine until Jessica returns to duty. So we're going to put Riley back to work. And we're going to have Josie take Jessica's place for right now. Because Riley's the miner. And when the mine guard isn't working, the guard doesn't work. So right here, let's get archers. Josie is a decent archer. And so we'll have her be here. And we'll come down here, and Riley will have wait. Riley was supposed to not work. Riley, why were you working? You weren't supposed to be working. I didn't feel like being off. Yeah, that's not how it works, Riley. And there's Josie coming to join him when the time comes. And now we can go. You wish that there was a bit of genetics like the new Comes Alive mod, and maybe more types of ages altogether. Yeah, like toddler, daycare, teenager, college. That would be fun. I think those things have been suggested, and they just haven't happened yet. I think that's one of the things. Lots of people have asked for kids to not grow up so fast, and lots of people have said that kids take too long to grow up. When you have a town that's at war, and you're depending on kids to take the place of warriors who are no longer there, or townspeople who have met their demise, I think that a lot of times they want the kids to grow up super fast. However, most people don't. It might actually be 50-50. The number of people who want them to grow up super fast and the people who want them to stay children like I do for a little while. Let's come in here and let's see who's upset about something. Tatiana keeps asking for paper, and I will work on it. And we now have a new kid here, and there's Alec. Alex showed up. And let's look at Alec's skill set and see where he's leaning towards. Mana is high, but the focus is not as high. Knowledge. Mana and knowledge. He's a teacher? That's interesting. Does Alec want to be a teacher? Oh, how that's curious. You think the Archery and Combat Academy does the job? Let me see. You would love an actual gym, right? Yeah, we're citizens. Yeah, that would be fun. I think that would be fun. And that's why in the underwater base style, they made the archery a gym, which was one of my favorite things that happened. Let's get the other page that we need, the skill set page, because his skills right now, Alec's highest skills, is adaptability and agility. Oh, his adaptability is 17 and his agility. So even though he has mana and knowledge, they're pretty even and stuff, but his adaptability and agility means that he's a possible courier. And we're talking about Alec, and we're going to put possible courier. We can use more couriers, and so we're at level 4 and we can have 8 couriers. So we'll see how Alec's education goes. I think he can go up to level 2. We'll find out. To second year. We're doing some research, and that'll help bring the kids up sooner also. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And people have talked about having the kids this size, this little size that they are, the little teeny ones right there, Raylan and Cade. And who's upstairs here? Is he up? Is someone up? And Kingston is still up here. That's interesting. So Kingston is either in a different class than they are. These two are in the same class, and I think Kingston is either in the next class up since, but that doesn't make sense. That would mean that Kingston is the youngest. He did come in last, so he could be the youngest. Where is Dennis? Oh, there he is. He's letting them do some. He was letting them do something on their own, and he was maybe giving them some time to work on an assignment. I don't think so. I think that he's the youngest, and because the three of these kids were together, remember? So I think that he's the youngest, and that he is getting some training. I know, he went on that whole trip by himself, even though he's the baby. He's either the baby or he's a prodigy, one or the other. He's a prodigy? We could say he's a prodigy. Dennis sent him on that assignment. So we'll say he's a prodigy, and that he's learning at his own pace, and that and so the other kids wouldn't be intimidated. He is studying upstairs. I'm okay with that. So Alec is gone, and let me see. Wait, I just put that away too soon. Let me see who Alec's parents are, because they can go back to work. And so let's come here. Alec's parents are Malachi and Jessica. So we'll have them return to their job. Well, no, we said that since he had grown up so quickly, that they wanted to stay with him a little bit longer and just make sure that he was comfortable and stuff. And so let's do that. When he gets to the level 2, when he gets to a 20. So right now he's a 1 in his back, in his grades, grades here, manage. So you can see that Tatiana's a 40 and Carter's a 30. Carter's the dean, although it's looking like Tatiana should be the head librarian, not dean, head librarian. It looks like Tatiana is actually head librarian, but she's in fact the combat nurse. So when Pedro is not well, Tatiana is the one who comes in and takes care of people. And Carter is head librarian. And Alec, there's Alec right there. See? There's Alec. And Alec is, let's look at the numbers for a second. And so Alec is an 11. When he gets to 20, I think he's going to have to take his job at that point. Sorry about that. I need to clear my throat. I think that he has to take his job. I don't think they can get to a 30 without the university being a level 5. I don't think they can get to a 30. So we'll see how this works out. The second classroom, just 1 seat. So it doesn't help. It's a lecture hall. Yeah, this one. Yeah. I don't think it has any seats just yet. This lecture hall here. Oh, you mean the second classroom in regards to did you see Vincentius?
I'm going to do my best work.
Yeah, no, this is the lecture hall. I thought you were talking about the lecture hall in the university, which, by the way, someone can work on now, because McKenna's not doing, and McKenna has a kid. Maisie's not doing anything, so let's have build options. Let's have Maisie build the building here. Let's work on this school, just for her to. I don't want some buildings to get too far behind. And so we'll have that be done. The archery is a full level 3. This is now a full level 3 here. The mystic site with everything in it being a level 3. And we have these apartments now. Look, there's a chair. And this is Cairo is living here. And upstairs is 3 beds now. And then we have an upstairs sort of like storage right here, which isn't being used yet. And all 3 beds for this room are here. And look at this, they can cross over. Oh, look, they kind of have like a shared balcony here. This is the other apartment across the way. And it is also set up for the level 3 right here. And let's go down the stairs here. And this is nice. So see, there's a kitchen and there's a place to sit. There's our little table and there's a guard tower in the corner there. And that is it. And people are coming in, going to go to bed now. Did I make that door go away again? Did I hit that door? I must have. I must have hit it. Look at that right there. Let's do it this way. Be very careful. There's the hut block right there. All right. So that takes care of that. I must have hit that door. And there's everyone going to bed. There's Carter going in with Maisie. Carter and Maisie are a couple. And over here, Cairo is by himself in that apartment for now. And just an apparition. Fascinating. Fascinating. Definitely fascinating. All right, so where are we at? That is most interesting that we are at this point. Let's come here. And I'm going to have to do something. Vincent, just? No, I think I'm not. Okay, people, I'm going to, sorry, I have to stop for a minute. I'm going to put on music. Should be back in about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be back. So I'm going to put on some music and you'll be able to hear it for then. And we'll be back. I'll be back. And here I am. So, sorry about that. Had to go for just a moment and do something. And so, here we are. We're back. It is nighttime. And I see where I am. I could use a lantern so that I can see. I'm not able to keep up with the market. Granted, I know we have 2 shops, and that's probably one of the things that is happening. But I would wish I could have. I wish I could keep up just a little tiny bit more with the market. Now, the reason, of course, is because we have way more visitors than a normal town. A normal town would have 1 tavern, would have the train station. You start getting visitors from the train station, and would have the gatehouse. So you'd only have 3 places. We have 2 extra places. We have the extra tavern in the town hall, and the extra tavern to make the double tavern that we're going to use as the resort when Mr. Villager gets his resort piece to his satisfaction. I'm going to wait for that. And so on the trade post things, we're waiting a little bit, which is fine because we have plenty to do in town. And we also have to figure out what's going on with the dairy farmer, why the dairy farmer is not giving us any dairy products. They're supposed to be making them, the dairy products. And I don't think now that when you have trade post in, I don't think that the chef can make dairy anymore, but I will check and see. So let's go to school for a minute and see how many kids we have. It's morning. We can see
Right away.
hi Jessica. Jessica is in the yard. She's having some time off, and this is Hattie.
A problem?
And Hattie also. Hattie is one of the mothers too. Jessica and Hattie are the mothers. And let's come down here, and we've got these 2 kids, and let's see if he's still up here. And he is. So we've got these 3 kids for a good amount of time, which I'm very happy with. We at least have them for a couple days. And so this will be maybe teaching to be a chef. Yeah. Let's look at the dining hall. Let's look at this dining hall right here and see what the numbers are for dining hall people. Let's look at Alec. It's not too bad. He could do that. He could run a dining hall. Alec could. He's better courier. And let's come down to the chef down here, and let's see. And let me look here. And we also have a sommelier here too. So not just the chef, but and Alec. Yeah, look at that. Creativity and knowledge. He could be a chef, the sommelier, and he could do any of those jobs. So he has several things to choose from. We'll see what he wants to do. Let's go over to the, 3 days is a record for kids. Seriously. Let's go over here and let's see if he wants to do this. And let's look here. Wait, nope. Let's come to here. This is a level 3. And let's look at Alec and see. He's not coming up, but he does. Wow, he is really well-rounded as a student. There are lots of things that interest him, and he could have any of these jobs here. And one more time, let's look here and see. And this is probably the thing that he is the least interested in, is working in the sawmill. So that is most curious. Who's working on this? Oh, and he is working on it. See that? Let me get a lantern for a second so we can go inside. So this is carved out in here for flooring and things. And so this is being worked on, and I think they're just waiting for oak to be milled for them to have. And we have Marcos and Juliana, and even though Harper is not working, let me look here. I think Harper and Gregory were one of the parent sets, so I'm going to come here and look. Sure enough, Gregory and Harper are raising Kingston. And so, wait. There we go. And so we should see why. So yeah, it's a Shire house. Yeah, it's the only one that would fit in that area and make sense. And it's the longhouse. We decided to put the longhouse in on the coastline here, next to this, next to the sawmill. All of this is the sawmill, so we're going to have the person who works at the sawmill be here. Is that water going down? Oh, the water's going up where this is. Again. That is so interesting. It's bringing the water up in this area. That is curious. So yeah, I don't think we have a choice here. The water is going to be up right here, like the water wheel is causing the water to be up right here. That's going to be our story about that. And so we'll come through and come down, and we can come through here. And I think I'm going to, probably should path that, but I'm not going to worry. Hi. Yeah, that's Josiah, who's working on the house. And the neighborhood is very quiet right now with the kids in school. Yeah. What were you going to say? When it gets to level 5? No, not interested in aqueducts. Aqueducts are specific to Roman and Grecian and that time period. Thank you. And I don't actually want to do those. I know that people who like it, the closest we're getting to showing that there's water running through the town is that we have these gutters. It would be nice to have like a water, what do they call it? What are those things? A silo. You know those silos where they keep water for towns? That would be fun. But other than that, I don't think so. And there's Sean. And this should be a level. I think the reason we're not working on this is because it needs, oh no, he is working on it. It needed a bunch of materials that I thought we didn't have, but apparently at this level, The builders are at level 4. We do have the capacity for it. So let me look here for a second. And let's see. He's not even here, so he's working on it. And sure enough, it says he's working on the recycling center. He's not asking for anything, so he's good. And people are going to start going home and going to bed. It is sunset. So let's go down to where the kids are. A water tower. Yes. Yeah. A water tower. Exactly. Not exactly. Exactly. It looks so pretty when the sun sets. The sun's bright. And the school's closed for now. And we have up. And there's Dennis going home. Dennis is going back. And now we can see the families. And there she is going in. And who have we? I think that was he going in. Because there she is right now. Okay. So let's look in on our families for a second. Talking about eggs, is there any need? You have some to offer. Oh, I'll check and see. Kingston is here. Let's come upstairs. And Kingston's still a kid, but Kingston is now sleeping by himself in his own bed. And that's good. He was young. He's a prodigy. And let's come in here. And Alec is here. And we know he's grown. And let's come to here and look. And this is McKenna and Jack with Cade. And Cade is grown. So Cade is grown up and is ready to go to university. So we will get him in university right now. Yep. He's sleeping in a bed by himself. That is definitely a sign that he's growing up. Let's get our next students to be enrolled in school. And so we now have Cade. And Cade, we're looking at his skill set right now, and he's starting out pretty high. He's starting out with a 16, which is pretty nice. And knowledge, and it'll be interesting to see what he's interested in. But Cade is now in school. And so Alec and Cade are the first. So Raylan and Kingston were the youngest of the kids. And let's find Raylan. And I think Raylan is over here. That was Cade, who's right here. We'll have Raylan be here. This does allow them to at least go to second year. And she has grown up too. All right, so they have a teenager as well. And she's going to be enrolled in school also. So we'll come this way. Get to the school from this side. The stairs here. And so Raylan is also. Now that he's the only one in school, Kingston is, we'll see where he ends up and manage. And there's Raylan right there. And there we go. Now Harper and let's see whose kids. Harper and Gregory have the prodigy. Harper and Gregory, who are important to the town. We don't have another tree farmer. Harper's our tree farmer, and but they're the ones who got the kid. And their kid is the one who hasn't grown up yet. So is Kingston. And so they are definitely still parents for now. Let's go to sleep. Is there extra? I think there's an extra bed in the dorm. And this is another thing too, that when the parents go away, do we have enough room in the dormitories for the kids? That's going to be one of the reasons why they're going to still be here, because we only have one bedroom here. But we could move the adults into... Yeah, we could move the adults into a... there aren't any beds here. How many people are here? Tatiana, Genesis, and Miriam. I must have crossed over to the other side. So they're there. And that's all 3 beds. Yeah. So there isn't a place here. On the men's side, I think there is an extra bed. Yeah, on the men's side. I'm going to sleep here. Wait, not with that in my hand. Here we go. The hormones are hitting too quickly. Well, like you said, the maximum is usually 3 days. Sadly. And so, yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. They sleep while eating. Yeah, fall asleep over their studies. I think you are correct. And there is Kingston going up to the classroom upstairs, and is going to work up there. And it's so interesting. Dennis is giving Kingston a lot of latitude, so he is a prodigy. He's not like spending a lot of time watching over him the way he did the other kids. He's out. What are you doing? Why are you there? Is that a seat? That couldn't be a seat. Hi. Were you just getting something out of that barrel? Is that what was going on there? What in the world? Let me put something here. Let me put a lantern in this corner right here. I don't want him sitting there. So I'm going to put a lantern in that corner. Let's take these down. I know there's tons of them. I can put a lantern. I can't put a lantern there. I can put a lantern here. Let's put this lantern in. Let's remove this one. And this one. I know. I always do this. But we're removing these. I can put a lantern there. And there it is. There's the... I knew that we had seen a banner already. And sure enough, there's the banner right there. So this is the banner we're going to use at the guard tower. For the time being, the university banner. The guard tower is in the university area. And I don't like these being here. We're technically not having a flag. That these are just university banners. We don't have a flag for the town. The nation of Taana, the mermaid nation, does not understand flags and does not permit them based on what they were told that a flag is for. It's like, why do you need a flag for that? Why do you need a flag to say who you are in that kind of way? So they have allowed banners, and so since this is in the university area, we're going to give it a university banner, and it's our first banner that we have in the city. We can have designer banners too. And so yesterday on Twitch, yesterday on Twitch, we put in the roads here to make these roads complete in this area. And we've gotten pretty good, we've gotten pretty far. Now some of these are going to get overwritten when the buildings go up to the next level, which is level 4, which they're not going to go up to until the kids are living on their own, either in the dormitory. And if the kids live in the dorm, we can have Pedro move back in with Cairo for the time being. Pedro and Cairo move in together. And let's do that in preparation for the kids living in the dormitory. Hold on. Vincentius? Are you done? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. And we're moving Pedro back over here to make room. And let's see. This is too far for Dennis to live here. See, Dennis's name isn't even coming up. That's how far away it is. But Dennis can live in one of the houses when the families move out. So we'll do that. We know that Josie is taking Jessica's place for now. And Jessica is with Malachi, which is interesting. What's curious is she is an archer. Josie is not. Josie's actually a druid. She has some archery skills because druids love archery, so she has some skills and she can do that. But she isn't actually. Let's look at these guys here and see how far away from home they are. So they're close enough that now that the kid's grown up, they can return to here. We're going to have Harrison and Hattie return. To work. They're still going to, that's why I can't have it. I forgot. So we won't have them return. I forgot that they leave the house. They can't go back to work here and still live at home with their kid. So they're not gonna be back to work yet. Let's come here, let's go in, and let's get them back to here. I was doing that way too fast. So, ooh, yay! So the new lecture hall is finished. This is the level 1 of the university school. And let's see here. We pray for, we have politics in the mod, maybe even each citizen having a mindset. I think they kind of do. I think the fact that their AI automatically gives them some of that. Let's have Maisie continue to work on this. We're going to have her upgrade the building to the full level 3. So she's going to continue. Thank you, Maisie. And she's going to ask for what she needs to do that. Wade isn't doing anything. I'm going to look and see if the concrete mixer is in fact a level 3. I don't think it is. we'll check and see. So Maisie's going to work on the classroom, the lecture hall, and we're going to check on the concrete mixer here, which we do not have. And it is a level 1, so let's have Wade work on upgrading that. And let's look and see what a concrete mixer requires. It doesn't look like the kids. Cade, ooh, look at Cade. Cade could actually be a concrete mixer. Let's put Cade here as a possible concrete mixer. We have 2 Cades. We have Cade Jackson Mello, who is a courier. And now we have a second Cade, so we have to watch that. And do I have the right Cade? Yes. And he could be a concrete mixer. So we're going to put student, possible concrete mixer. That would be quite interesting to have one of the kids take over that job, and that'll be great. And so Wade is going to work on this right here. He's working on it right now. He'll get the supplies. Zaboon, this is Ellie. Hi, Ellie. And Tobias. And Cade would join all of them. Ellie and Brooke are over in this maker's area. Brooke is here with Kishore and Lucas and Riley. And then Josie is acting as the druid, the archer for the mine. And Riley is in the mine now. And there's Brooke right here now. And yeah, so we didn't actually get any kids that belong to the families, to the couples here. We'll see next time when we do it. You know, if you didn't claim it as much, you suggest a shielded youth policy to make a youth recreation room. A youth recreation room? Hold on for a second. What are you talking about? You have to explain that a little bit more. I'm listening. Let's get a lamp for a second. A youth recreation room. Do you mean a place for teenagers to go? So they're at the university. So part of being at the university for us is that they scroll up a bit. Okay. You plan for politics. Will you put this lecture room to practical use some moment? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, yes. I see what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. Yeah, that's an excellent idea. That this is a place where, this is a place for lectures, and it's not finished yet, which is why there aren't any lights in here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, she's still working on upgrading this. So that's why there aren't any lights. So yeah, this would definitely be a place where they could come in here and study, because the university itself is tiny. See this area here? You can imagine this getting pretty hot and lots of people working in that area. And Hayden, the dean, right now is here. If we looked at the kids, is anyone wanting to do some special projects? Alec would do special projects with them. And right now, while McKenna's not actually interested in doing a special project, Malachi would do a special project with him. So let's put Malachi here. Uh-oh. Did you see that? It said Kingston. Kingston is actually old enough now to come to school, come to university. And let's go here. And let's find Kingston. And let's have him be here. Oh, there's no room. All right, so Miriam is the scout. And I think I'm going to have the scout move over to the other library. She's going to open, or I could have Tatiana do it. That would make sense that Tatiana would do it. So now we can have Kingston be in school here. Let's have Tatiana go to the, because she's so skilled, Carter is saying that Tatiana should run the other library. And let's come here. Now, if Tatiana runs this library, she would have to live over in this area, because I think this is too far for her to commute. The library is right here. And let's come in. This is the other library that we have. This part isn't being used yet, which is why it's blocked off. So just this part is in use right now. And we'll have Tatiana be here. And then let's look at her skills for a minute. She's not losing her. Yeah, she has become way more interested in doing research. You think a library, to make it functional, would be the true thing. Yeah, I do. I have this other library here. And now she is living too far away. She's living 102 blocks. Where can she move in? These are level 3, so they're already full. There's already 3 people living here. So I think she's actually going to end up living in the market housing over here. She's going to end up living over here. And let's see how close I can get her. Who's this? This is Ellie. Here, let me see how this is for Tatiana. She's 43 away. She lives with him. We're going to give her a choice. And this is Tobias. And let's see. And she's 48 from here. So she does need to live with Eli in this house right here while she is doing that. So manage housing. And let's move Tatiana in here. This is closest housing because Jack, this is actually Jack and McKenna's house right here. That's their house. And over here, this house here is Mia and Wesson's house, and Wesson has to be close. And right here, this is Jasmine and Gilbert also being here. I think I'm going to move them. Let's look at something for a minute. Who's here? Is this Tobias? Yes. Let's move Tobias. Oh no, we looked at that, I think. Hold on. Let's get Tobias living here. Tobias is better off here. So we're going to move Tobias to here. And Tatiana is better off here. We're going to move them in together right there. And here, let's move in. Jasmine and Gilbert are really close. This gives them a 45 and a 49. But I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with them being at the end in this hall here. If we wanted to do something about that, who's here? This is Eli. Let's see how far away Eli is. Let's change Eli and put Jasmine and Gilbert here. This is closer for them. And let's put Eli here. And that's perfect. That's perfect. They're all in 30s doing that. You think the yeah, I know for the description. Yeah, that's interesting. I did. And it's funny to that I have that. So in the end, we will have 3 libraries. There's a library that's part of the town hall, and we knew we had that library set. There's a library that is a part of the main university building, and it's a small library up there, sort of almost like a private library for the dean is what it's going to seem like after we build this mega library over here. And this is really where the kids are going to come and going to study in this library after it's built. And so we're still waiting on building that. To decide on something, if we wanted, Harper's here. If Harper wanted to work, we could have her work here. They get restless because they're not working. So let me see how far away this is for Harper to be here. No, it's still too far away. So she couldn't be here. We would have to rearrange the housing for Harper to be. See where Hattie and Harrison are is a good location. So we would have to move Harper and Gregory over here. And should we have a courier position over here? Should we? We don't have a courier position in this area, and we could maybe do that. Let's change these houses. So Raylan, Hattie, and Harrison are living here. We're going to unassign them. We're going to put Harper, Gregory, and Kingston here. So let's find Kingston. Let's find Harper and Gregory first. They're down here somewhere. They didn't go back to work, did they? Maybe it's just not showing them because they have a job. Hold on. Let's come over here. And let's go to the house. I think they're down here in one of these houses. This is Alec and Jessica. Let's leave them there for a minute. Let's come here. And here they all are. So we'll unassign the 3 of them for a minute, and we'll move in Hattie, Harrison and Hattie and Raylan move in here. And this will allow Harper to work for a little bit. Goodness sakes, you need to go. Who was that who just coughed? That wasn't her. That was someone else in the area. And let's come in here, and let's manage, and let's have Harper and Gregory and Kingston be in this house. This means that Harper can work at this tree farm. She can start bringing in the wood that we need. And this is the wood that we need. This wood right here. And that is, yay! Excellent. So let's have her come here and let's have her begin working on that. Now, Gregory, does Gregory have any skills at doing this? Let's see if he does. Wow. Look at that. He had some decent skills. We're going to let him be here for a little bit with her. He wants to try doing some woodwork. He has some pretty decent skills. And so the two of them will be working while they're kids in school at university. Dun, 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 dun. And Maisie has completed the school level 2. So we just need one more level. And the lecture hall in the university will be up to a level 3. And there's Alec, there's Raylan, there's the kids. So, and here it is right here. And let's have Maisie do one last job of this, grade this to the level 3. And then the university would have to be upgraded in order for that room to be upgraded more. And so there we have it. There we have our first kids. What job will Kingston get? That's a good question. Let's come here for a second and look at Kingston's skills for a moment. Let's manage and let's see. So Kingston, his highest is dexterity and strength. And let me see what dexterity and strength would be. Let's get the skill set for a second. Let's look at dexterity and dexterity would need athletics or something like that. Adaptability, creativity. 1, 2, 3. Hold on a sec. And strength was the other one that he had. Oh, his man is only 2. His strength is 9. His knowledge is 10. 10 is actually the most. Knowledge and dexterity. Knowledge and dexterity? Knowledge and dexterity? He could end up being a carpenter. It's upside down. If that increased, he could end up being a carpenter, which is very curious because isn't he the product of? He most certainly is. Look at that. We're going to change. What would he need in order to do that? He's going to be a skilled carpenter, but his dexterity is more than his knowledge, and we know what we can do about that. We're going to have Kingston research with, look at that, he was raised by a carpenter, and that has become the thing that he's interested in. Tree farmer and a courier, and he's decided that he wants to be a carpenter. So let's come here and let's come to here where Malachi is researching, and let's have let's have Kingston join them. So he's going to do research, and that's going to increase his. He's already at a 16 as far as his education is concerned. So that's going to increase. Hi, and there he is. Look at him. He's a kid. And so he's going to come in, and we will put possible carpenter for him, because yeah, how about that? So let's come here. Let's not leave this up. Let's leave this up. Possible carpenter. So he is a student. That's just how fun that is. And I really like that kind of thing. That just happened. He was raised by a carpenter. He was raised by a tree farmer, and he wants to be a carpenter. And Gregory, remember, Gregory is a courier, but since his partner was working at the new farm, the new intake for logs that we have down here, that's so fascinating that now Kingston has decided that he's interested in carpentry. And that is just very curious. So he's coming down here to check on her, probably. You got through there, and I always have trouble getting through there. I have trouble getting through this part. So he's going up to the shop at the end of the day, and there he is. And so that means that their kid would come up. Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't that be wild? So that would be interesting, because that would mean that Harper could stay here and have her son work with her. And what would happen with Gregory? That's what we would have to figure out. What would Gregory be doing? We could have Gregory actually have a courier position here as a part of this location, but I don't know how we would do that. We can look and see if we have some couriers, because all three of them could live right here in this apartment. Let's look and see for a moment. Let's get a build tool. We have one. And let's look at Old English. And let's see if we have any couriers that are separate from the storage area, from the warehouse. A courier hut by itself. And there is a courier hut here. Let me see what it says. 2, 3, 5. It's going to look like that when it grows up. Do I want that? If this was a level 5, I could do something like that. But right now, I wouldn't be able to. I can use a courier from underwater base. But let me see if I can find a building, a courier building. Let's look at no, crafting, storage, courier. Here's a different courier. This is War Minecraft's courier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Look at this. As a courier shop. We could actually fit that right in this spot right here. Remember when we were talking about putting a house here? We could actually put the courier right here. You still don't get the emerald, them using emerald on the builds, the courier on the War Minecraft builds? Yeah, that is interesting. Let's X and let's come here. Let's see if this building will fit here. It's a wealth. It's a way of wealth, I guess. And let's go to storage and courier. And let's do the level let's see if we can fit it on this piece of land right here. See how narrow it is? Long and narrow? This might work because it's long and narrow. So there's the end of the house. The end of the house is right here. So let's push it to there. The university end, there's plenty of room there. Here's the overlap right there. But look it's just ground that's overlapping. It's not anything else. This is perfect. So let's bring this down. And we're going to put a courier in right here. So since the stair, the road is here, we can have the road piece be right here and they'll come up to here. Or, yeah, because if we bring it down one more, it's below the road at this spot. So it'll have to be sitting here, which means that this hill will come up in this area, right at that point. And I'm okay with that. That would put the whole family there. And since he has shown that he likes carpentry as a hobby, this would be actually really fun to put here. I know it doesn't have any doors. We can make some doors for it, and it'll be fine. Sorry about that. So what a curious thing. So let's come here and let us assign a builder. So there's the courier piece right there. And let us do, let's come here. Let's come down here and let's do build options. And who should we have builded? McKenna's not working. Wade is working on something. Wade, let's see how far away Wade is in comparison to Josiah. So if Wade was going to work on it, let's see how far away it is. And then we'll see Josiah. Maisie could do it, I know. But she's been doing a lot of stuff. And I'm thinking that I might have, wait, let's come here. Let's see how far away this is. It's 153 from him, so let's cancel 153. And let me write this down for a second. 153. And let's see how far away it is from Josiah. Close that door. It's nighttime. We'll go reassign it to Josiah and see how far away it is for him. And we'll use whoever is the closest. And build options, let's have Josiah build the building. And now let's see how far away he is, because he's a straight line practically. He's coming from here all the way over, but he's here. And we'll see which one is closer. And he's closer. So Josiah's going to work on it. Is he working on anything else? And he's not working on anything else. So he's going to work on that. And I think Wade is going to finish the concrete mixer. He might have already finished, but we'll check right now and see, because he's right here where the concrete mixer is. This is a level 2, and sure enough, so Wade is going to work on the level 3 of the concrete mixer. So you know how some buildings use a lot of prismarine, use a lot of dark prismarine especially. So it's just kind of wealth thing. Some buildings actually have diamond trim and stuff like that. I think that's what this person was doing. And who is this? I think this is something man. Ramblin' Man is War Minecraft. And let's come over here and we'll look at the building again. This is War Minecraft, and what Mr. Villager is talking about is the courier. Let's come here, and let's do that again. The courier having decoration that includes emeralds. So this is the level 1, 2, 3. It's a level 3 with a beautiful thatch roof. That looks gorgeous. 4 and 5. And so, oh, I don't see it on this one. This one's using dark prismarine in here. It's actually using dark prismarine in. And so that's what this building's going to look like next to these buildings here. But the university is here, and the university building is made out of acacia. So this lighter wood in that area is going to be okay. And we have the church, and I think when the church is at a higher level, I think these get to be a different color maybe. We'll see. So this was where the kids came and played. And you know something now, Mr. Villager? I think we should have another set of kids. I think we should have another set pretty quickly. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think we should. So it's the same as I think that using precious minerals like that just shows how much wealth they have. It's a way of showing the amount of wealth that they have. People are going to eat, and they're all heading towards the dining hall here. And there's Mia. Mia's doing a delivery. Actually, she's delivering food to somebody. Oh, she's going to go down and deliver food to Riley. And sure enough, there she is. Mia likes, I really think that Mia likes Riley. I really think that she does. I know she's living with someone, but they're not in the same bed. And I'm beginning to think that she and Riley might be a couple. And we'll begin to look at our couples and see what we have. If we have people who did not get a house, let me get rid of that. I have that design up, so let's make that go away. If we get people who did not get their own kids, they might not want to be a couple. Well, we can find out if they do by the way they live with each other and things like that. Let's take this and bring it all the way over into this area right here, because you see he's building up already right in that section right there. So we're going to build into this part right here. We're going to build this up because he's not going to build but so far down. So we can put this right there like that. Dun, 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 dun. He added some grass in the backyard part right there, and we're good to go. That I was past the time? No. I have actually about 20 more minutes. 18 more minutes of time. Isn't that wild? Yeah, this has been a nice, comfortable thing. I can't have any more kids today. It's too little time. So I'll do, since I did quit kids on YouTube, I can turn around and do kids on Twitch tomorrow. We'll move everyone back to work, and we'll have the new family, Gregory and Harper, move in down here. And when this courier is done, we will assign this courier to the warehouse when it is completed, and Gregory can work from here, which means he'll go home to this house when he gets it done. Look at this. It's a level 1. Whoa. We've got a level 1 longhouse. Excellent. With a single bed right now. We're going to have Maisie work on this. And so let's have build options. The builder is going to be Maisie. Upgrade the building. And she's going to work on this house. And then when McKenna comes back, we'll figure something else out. Look at that. So this is where Harper's looking at it. Harper's looking at the house and going, oh, I'm going to love living here. She's looking at the house. Cool. She's like, this is wonderful. This is a dream. This is perfect. That's what she's saying. Now, she's not going to have trees. She is going to be working on stripping. She still is going to, she has stripping recipes, and she's the only person who can do that right now. So she has all of these that can be stripped. And that is what she's doing. And so that is good. And there is Josiah working on this building. He set the first piece of stone. So we have Kingston is going to join his mother and work at the carpenter's shop. And that is going to be perfect. And then we don't have this dining hall open yet. We would need a chef, and we would need a dining hall, someone to run the dining hall. And this is only a level 1. Ooh, we haven't upgraded this yet. So we still need to work on these buildings. So McKenna, when she goes back to work, will work on these buildings here. And McKenna and, let's come here and look. So this is Alec, this is Malachi and Jessica. And they're probably going to be here the longest because they're archers, which is last. But McKenna, and this is Hattie, okay, and Raylan. So they're also going to be here. So McKenna is here. Let's see if she's here. And she is. This is too far for her to travel to her job. She's like over 100 blocks away. And so's Jack. So Cade, their kid, look at something. So McKenna's a builder and Jack's a shopkeeper. We can come over to this area and see. We can go up to McKenna's shop actually and use it to see what he's interested in. We have Kate as possible concrete mixer, which would be perfect for where they live. Excellent, because they live right here. And if he was a concrete mixer, he would be working out of this house here. I think that is close enough for the concrete mixer to be here. Ah, that worked out perfectly. Excellent. So he actually is going to be the concrete mixer when he graduates from school, when he leaves school. He's going to, they might come back for education later when the town is bigger and we have more than one of each kind of person, maker, each kind of shop worker. Some will be able to return to school, and we have that. So that is fascinating. So he would live over there. He could still live with his parents, and his parents could go back to work. So on when we do the Twitch stream tomorrow, those two kids will go to their jobs, and then we will get some more kids. We'll get more kids, 4 more kids, which means 4 more couples. And it does mean now that Hattie and Malachi and Harrison have had kids, they will not be in the pool. Even though they haven't had their own, technically they should still be in the pool because they haven't had their own kids yet. So we'll see what happens. We'll have them be off and have them stay in housing for right now, and then we'll see what happens. Oh my God. Holy good night. She's chopping down the trees. Wait. No, woman. No. Hold on. I'm going to have to give her a location. Oh my gosh. She just chopped down the trees. Let's get a selection tool, and let's come here, and we're going to select an area for her to work at. And we're going to select this area right up here. That means that if we want her to grow trees, she'll grow trees here. So let's start here. Let's see if I remember how this works. I think that's one there, and then one over here. Let's put one here. And so let me see now if that shows. No, that's the B position. Select an A position. So let's select an A position now. And there it is. All right. So she's going to cut trees down in this area. And so now she will not cut trees anyplace else because we've given her that. Oh my goodness sakes. We just lost one of the big trees. We can let this go. Oh my goodness. Good gracious sakes alive. Okay, so now it shows here settings. Zone is on, replanting, and breaking leaves. We'll just put that. Using shears, we'll have that. And we'll put in here, we'll add shears. So she can have 3 shears as a part of her selection here. And then we need axes, and she's axes. We're going to do X. We're going to do iron axes, select, and she's going to have 3 of those. And we'll put that there. Okay, and it's raining. You forgot to tell me I should have put a stone underneath the tree so they don't. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't even thinking about her removing these trees. Oh my goodness sakes. So let's go to bed for a second. I think there might be some extra beds in here right now because we were trying to get some beds for the kids to move into. And there is one here, so I'm sleeping right here for a moment. Let's go downstairs here. We moved Tatiana over to the other side to run the library on the other side. And now I have to fix this. So let's get Is there a piece of wood? She didn't get these pieces of wood, which is why those trees were still up. Is there a piece of wood here? There is. Let's take those maples away and let's disconnect. There we go. Let's disconnect the maple from this tree right here. Oops, I didn't mean to take away your leaves. Let's disconnect from here. And there we go. So she actually planted one of the trees back, but it's not going to grow in with this thing sitting here. So we have to get this. Oh, it's connected to the building. Ah, let's disconnect it from the building so that it will not be here anymore. There's another connection right there, and this is connected right here. And we'll take this down, and there's still a piece of wood in here somewhere. Where's the piece of wood that's in here? There it is. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So we've got tree stuff all over the place. Look where she planted the tree. Let's fix this. Right there. Dun, 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 dun. Yay. So now the school is a level 3. The lecture hall in the university is now a level 3. Let me see. That one's just going to grow. I don't know that this one is going to grow here. Let's see if I can get this one to grow right there. I might can get it to grow up. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't, oh, yay! Okay, dun, 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 yay! We got that one back. Excellent. Okay, and let's put this one here. Let's grow this one back. Wow, we got a bigger tree out of the green one this time. Fascinating. All right, so those are our trees now that are in front of the building. I would rather have one with the leaves coming out like this. I don't mind having this silver one look like that. Let's count the wood. Actually, we're doing this, so we don't have to worry about it. We grew the tree. And so we'll put this back. This is not a part of their stuff. This is a decoration that we put in. And I would like it to look a certain way, so I'm going to regrow it because I want to have it have a different shape. So let's come to here. Let's go to here and see. Oh, there they are. So I have green, and this is green that we're trying to do. So let's put this green back in. Right here. That's far enough away to give us a decent tree. Ah, got the same kind. No, I don't want this kind. I want the little ones. Look at all this wood I'm getting. Okay. I should sell it, shouldn't I? Sell all those logs. But I'm making them. They're not making them. And I'm using magic to do it. Let's put it here and let's see if I can change if it is out farther away from that tree, if it will grow just single wide. Okay, that's better. All right, so even though it has the big trunk, wow. Oh my goodness, look at the size of that tree. So this is perfect. So the trees are fine. And the silver tree was always this the way this tree is. Look, so that his view isn't blocked, so he can see across the river. But where the people sleep, there's plenty of tree there to sort of like help buffer the sounds from the concert hall, which is one of the things that we were doing, and it looks pretty. It looks pretty having the trees here like this. Since I have bone meal on me, all of this goes away. None of this is theirs. And it didn't go in anyway. We'll hold on to this tree. We already had a bone meal. Let's bone this and let's see what kind of plants we get. Da, 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 da. So we're just making this a little bit wilder around the tree and that part. We can put some here too, to make this area in here not as manicured. So we're saying that this stuff has grown up since they cleared this land here. And I like this. And I'm having fun doing this. Yay! The courier hut is a level 1. So we'll begin. Now I'm only doing the outside parts right along in these places here. This is all outside of the build. And that's what it looks like now. All right. Now we're going to get Josiah to work on the level 2 and 3. And that will help. And there we have it. Look at that beautiful thing. It's gorgeous. An amazing shade tree. These maples are so beautiful. We got a tulip. So let's go down here and get Josiah to build this up to a level 2. All the couriers are at level 4. So Josiah's a level 4 builder. He can build it up to the full level 4. Are the couriers at level 4? Aren't they at level 3 still? I'll have to check. But if anyone's going to be at level 4 first, it's going to be this builder. I mean this courier, Gregory, because he's the lead courier. He's first courier. So he's the councilman for the couriers. Let's go and see if the couriers are up. I know that Cash is working on this right here. He's working on this, and he's still working on it. Doesn't look like anything much has been done, does it? It doesn't. Is he asking for anything? Let's see what he's doing. Let's see how much he has of the materials that he needs. Ah, he needs... Oh. Let's cancel. That's right. I forgot about that. We needed to do something for tough. There's research at the university, and I think we need to do that for tough. The shape of the leaves is great. Yeah, it really is. We're going to cancel the recycling center. It needs tough. And I'm going to go over here. We don't have any tough yet. And check and see what we have as far as tough is concerned. And I think each of these couriers, I'm going to check and see if they upgraded with the... They did not. Look at that. He's been working in a level 1 this whole time. Build options. The builder is Cash. He's going to upgrade this one. And then we'll go upstairs. This is a level 2. So these can be up to a level 4. So Cash is going to begin upgrading all of these. I'm just going to do 3 at a time. he's working on. Build options. Builder is cash. Upgrade. So we have, how many up here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. We have 5. And the 6th one is downstairs. We should have 8. So we have 1 here. This is probably the last thing that I'm going to check on right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're supposed to have 3 more. 6, 7, 8. Wow, we have a lot of work to do here. So this is what he's going to be working on, and that way we can do the research. How much time do I have? I have no time left. What? Now I have no time left, Mr. Villager. I have no time left. Well, we did it. Dun 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 dun. We have our first kids, and we're going to have kids again tomorrow. I'm going to look at research for tough. There's some place where tough is researched, and I'm going to get that research going. And yeah, so this is it. I hope you enjoyed that. And I just love the way families sort of work out in some odd kind of way. I mean, who could imagine that an orphan, you know, would be interested in carpentry when he's raised by a tree farmer and a courier? And I just think that's fascinating. So, okay, so everybody, Mr. Villager. Apparently it's time for me to stop talking. Yes. Vincentius Primus. Mr. Villager, thank you for being in chat. Everyone who's watching right now, thank you for watching. For all of you who are going to watch later, thank you for watching the VODs. I appreciate it. And we're listening to Drone Hands music. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus right now. Take us out, and thank you for being here. Bye for now. Bye for now.